Okay, the next one I want to talk about is safety as a solo traveler. The first two tips that I'm going to give you are really general, and the third one that I'm going to give you is more for solo female travelers, but it is still applicable to everybody that's traveling. Safety is such a huge concern, especially for parents of younger people that would like to start solo traveling. I know for a fact that it was a really big thing with my family, whether I was actually ready to go and solo travel, and if I had, you know, the life experience, the skill, everything like that to be able to safely and successfully go out into the world, into the big wide world and travel by myself. It's not really a conversation that we have anymore based on my safety, but it's something that I'm always really cautious of. But I also, at the same time, don't let it stop me, because the world can be a great place and the world can be a scary place. And just because you're traveling does not necessarily mean that something bad is going to happen to you, versus if you were just unlucky on a side street in London or wherever you might live. So that's one big thing to consider, is that yes, it's really, really important to uh, consider your safety, but to not let it stop you from going on your adventure. With all of that said, the first tip that I would give you is to be trusting with new people that you meet, but also to remain guarded, because the nice ones you can never tell really. So yeah, that's a really, really important point, is that you can trust people, you can have fun, you can go out with them and things like that, but you also need to make sure that your best interest is number one priority at all times, and trust your gut. Your gut is your biggest, it's going to give you all of the instincts that you need. That's kind of what it's there for. And yeah, that's something really important to consider, is that not everyone is as kind as they make out to be, and everyone, especially when you're traveling, should be considered with like a guarded kind of a personality. That would be the first one. The second one, if you're staying at a hostel, please, please, please lock up your belongings. Especially, yeah, it's just really good practice to get into. Um, and again, it comes back to, just because you are a good person doesn't mean that everyone that you're staying in the mixed hostel dorm or the female only dorm or whatever it might be also is a really good person. And yes, you'll have travel insurance, but it's still just such a faff to be having your things stolen while you're away. There's other things that I go into in one of the blogs that's up on my website, which I will tag in the caption of this video. But the last one, which I said is more aimed at solo female travelers, would be lie if you need to. So if someone comes up to you and they're like, oh my God, are you traveling alone? No, you're not. You have a friend waiting for you at the house, or whatever character, make a fun story if you want to. If you have a boyfriend, yes, you always have a boyfriend or a husband or whatever the case might be. It just comes back to being really, really careful, and also not telling anybody where you're staying. But yeah, please be safe, please have a lot of fun, and don't let the fear of being safe on the road to stop you from traveling. But yeah,